cuisine is the result of a mix of many continents and countries, but we can trace most Dominican food and tastes back to three strong influences: Tainos, Spaniards, and Africans. However, other regions and influences have found their way into Dominican kitchens too, from Chinese to British Caribbean to Middle Eastern and more. Each of these different influences has been embraced into the Dominican cuisine. In this video, I'll introduce you to the 10 most characterizing dishes out of the Dominican cuisines, plus I'll mention a few bonus dishes as well. Let's begin. Sancocho, 7-meat stew. Sancocho is without a doubt Dominican's most cherished dish. It is usually made for special occasions, but you can also enjoy it on a day-to-day basis. The word Sancocho actually refers to a meaty stew which is not only found in the Dominican Republic. Several Latin American countries have Sancochos, but they are not all the same. Each of them have their own version. The Dominican Republic also has a variety of different types of Sancochos, and it depends very much on the taste of each family and even each cook. However, some rules though seem to be almost universal. Never add potatoes, noodles or tomato sauce. Dominican Sancocho comes in a deluxe version, Sancocho de Siete Carnes, in which 7 different types of meat from 4 types of animals are mixed with root vegetables and plantains to produce a very rich, thick, meaty stew, unlike anything you've tried before. La Bandera Dominicana. Dominican food is a unique mixture of African, Spanish and Taino Indian influences without spiciness, but with a lot of herbs and sauces. La Bandera Dominicana, literally translated as the Dominican flag, is one of such dishes, and it's a staple of Dominican cuisine. Similar to many Latin dishes, it starts with stewed beans and white rice, with the addition of meat, either stewed or roasted. The rice used in the dish is usually long-grained, cooked until it gets tender and dry on the exterior. It is mandatory to create a bit of concon, a dry, golden, crispy layer of rice, slightly burnt on the bottom of the pan. The beans are cooked in a savory tomato sauce with herbs, onions, garlic, celery, plantains and squash. Dominicans choose chicken as the most popular meat in the dish since it's the cheapest option available, but beef, pork and goat are also viable options. If the meat is stewed, the sauce is made from tomatoes and onions, and the meat is first caramelized on some burnt sugar in the bottom of the pan. When the plate is full of ingredients, it's time for side dishes, and Dominicans have a huge variety of those, such as salads, crispy fried green plantains, corn fritters, or fried eggplant. Habichuelas Guisadas, stewed beans. Habichuelas Guisadas is one of the dishes that appear almost daily at the lunch tables, and it's one of the tests of the competent Dominican home cook. Habichuelas means beans, and they come in different types. Habichuelas Guisadas is like a stew, something between soup and sauce. The beans should have some salsa liquid, but still be very creamy, because it is used to wet the rice. It's also part of La Bandera Dominicana. Tostones, twice fried plantains. There are many dishes that several Latin American countries share, but few that get our heart pumping like a plateful of crispy, thin flattened, salt sprinkled, freshly fried tostones. They are so popular amongst Dominicans that tostones are one of the first things that Dominican home cooks will learn how to make. Tostones are slices of unripe plantains, fried, flattened, then fried again. It is Dominican's side dish of choice, and just as welcome at street food stands as they are on the dining table. Habichuelas con Dulce, sweet cream of beans. Habichuelas con Dulce is one of the most popular desserts. This is a strange combination of ingredients for a dessert, but Dominicans love it. Dominicans make them in hundreds of different ways, but let me mention some main ingredients, which are boiled beans, coconut milk, evaporated milk, sweet potatoes, raisins, milk cookies, and a spice. There are also many combinations of spices in this dish, most commonly cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. Unlike most of Dominican dishes, there isn't an equivalent in another country that I've found. Pudin de Pan, spice bread pudding. This dessert is perfect for when you have old bread left and you don't know what to do with it. However, fresh bread will do as well. Dominicans did not come up with the idea of bread pudding, yet it seems to be a near-universal dish, but they've given it their own touch and added a ton of flavor by adding spices and a lot of it. In almost all Dominican desserts, spices are a fundamental part. Cinnamon and cloves are used in many of them. Other spices used in desserts are ginger, star anise, nutmeg, and others. With a great combination of spices and a soft, chewy texture, this is going to please everybody around the table. And Pudin de Pan with caramel and raisins is my favorite Dominican dessert actually.
Here we go, folks. Pudin de Pan Dominicana. Muy delicioso.
Pescado Frito, fried fish a la Dominicana. Pescado Frito is the kind of dish that you can order almost anywhere in Dominican Republic, and best done in coastal towns. It is an essential component of a beach day and a very popular street food as well. Pescado Frito is a simple dish, but nearly every cook has a special touch they swear by. Common fish to be fried in Dominican Republic is sea bass, snapper, grouper, and parrotfish. Chimichurri, Dominican Chimi Hamburger. Chimichurri is a sauce-dripping burger made throughout the Dominican Republic in street stands. Each stand has its own recipe, seasoning, secrets and fans. Two main characteristics separate the Chimichurri burger from other burgers. One is the bread, generally called pan de agua, an inexpensive bun similar in texture to French baguettes, and the other one is using shredded cabbage instead of lettuce, and it never includes cheese. Why are they called chimichurri? Well, there's a widely spread story that credits the Argentinian cook Juan Abrales with the creation of proto-chimi. Abrales, having moved to Dominican Republic from Argentina, opened in the 70s his food cart selling Argentinian choripanes with chimichurri sauce. As time passed by, the name of the sandwich was shortened down to just chimichurri. When more people started selling the popular street food, the ingredients and preparation became more Dominican. Eventually, the original hot dog-like dish became the chimi we now know. Empanadas and Pastelitos. Empanadas and Pastelitos are not only unique to Dominican Republic, in fact they can be found in pretty much every Spanish-speaking country in one shape or form, baked or fried and in a variety of sizes. Each Spanish-speaking country has adapted this recipe to their own taste and favorite ingredients. In the DR, empanadas are a basic component of the party platter and a quick late-night dinner. And it's also a popular street food. Fillings can vary from chicken, pork, beef, cheese or vegetables to even sweet jam. The traditional Dominican empanadas are deep fried. Quipes. Quipes are a Dominicanized version of the Lebanese kibbeh. They were brought to these shores by a wave of Middle Eastern immigrants that arrived in the Dominican Republic at the end of the 19th century. Kibbeh has undergone some drastic changes from the traditional Middle Eastern kibbeh, starting with the preparation and different ingredients. Dominican kibbehs are made of either ground beef or with minced chicken, and you can also find that some make them vegetarian friendly. This dish can be challenging to make for a beginner, but the result is rewarding.
It sound right, boys.
Other Dominican foods to try: chivo guisado, asopao, mangú, pica pollo, suspiritos, queso frito, chicharrón, casabe, yaniqueque, and mofongo. All the recipes of the shown dishes you can find online, and I've left a few links to the channel and websites where you can practice making your own Dominican foods. Good luck and enjoy!
Por mí tan perdido, cuando me amarras no me puedo soltar, porque haces de mi existencia un masoquista enloquecido, que a pesar de ser tu dueño, me haces comer de un fruto prohibido. Quiero que me hables de amor, que me digas al oído, eres paloma que tienes frío, que quieres hacerme rehén en tu nido. Soy un rey de tu amor, de tu amor. Soy un rey de tu amor, solo de tu amor. Soy un rey de tu amor, de tu amor. Soy un rey de tu amor, solo de tu amor. ¿Y por qué abusas de mí, mujer? Si sabes que soy tu príncipe negro.